Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Levay with the Trade the Morning Chat Room with your daily recap. I feel like I went in a time warp. It went back to 2000 today. I see stocks that are up 100 points, 70 points, 30 points. Let's talk about a few of them. And I got to tell you, this is an amazing, amazing market. Let's talk about Google first. And obviously, we knew they blew out earnings. What I didn't expect was a 120-point rally today. This stock blew right through the 5-minute high right here and basically went up 25 straight dollars in the next 20 minutes. I got to tell you, like I said, this is shocking to me, but this is what, options were saying. Everybody was saying Google may not do it, may not do it. Boom. Earnings come out and they blow it away. So Google has to be on everybody's radar now for the leader of tech going forward. It's the second $1,000 stock we have next to Priceline. And again, an amazing, amazing move today. I traded it a little bit, nothing to write home about for me, not my real cup of tea. Let's talk about CMG. CMG, amazing that a burrito place is up $70. I don't even believe it. I'm looking at this at $505. They tried to bring it in on the first 5 minutes, and again, a great 5-minute high trade right here. Blew those numbers away, got through the high, got as high as $495, pulled back to about $487, and slowly trickled higher the rest of the day. Right now, currently it's at $505, and who's going to try and short these things on this type of rally? Not me. I got to tell you, I'm not stepping in front of this bus. I'm amazed, and I'm just going to watch and hopefully pick up some trades on the side, and hopefully this is just a start for what could be a really unbelievable earnings season. Let's talk about the new IPO today, another 3D printer, VJET. We were talking about this in our chat room today. VJET started up nicely, big opening, then got to 27 and kind of just set up for us right here. Broke out of this ascending triangle right here. Went up straight for about 30 minutes, came back, kind of settled in there, and now it's just trying to make new highs as we speak. Currently at 27.30. Again, I'm salivating for next week because here's another stock for my 3D printer sector along with XONE, SSYS, and DDD. This one should be good to be traded for a little while. It priced at 13. It's trading at 27. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. X1, like I said, X1 really kind of just hanging out up $1.70 today. Not really anything to write home about. Needs to get above. Let's throw the daily up here. This one should be on everybody's radar above this range right here. Because if it gets there, it's probably going to run to about 58, 59, which is right where these two moving averages, the 50 and the 100, meet at around 58 and change. So that's going to be my target for this if we can get some juice going into next week. But ideally, I'd like to see this thing hang around 55, 60 before earnings, which report right now I looked, it was like November 12th. I'd like to see it down here because it's a lot harder to trade on earnings when it's priced up here to perfection. If it's down here and the earnings are great, guess what? We'll get back up to this range because of the earnings rather than just because of the hype. I'd rather see that. Let's talk about DDD. We talked about this on Off the Charts earlier in the week. We were talking about it above this range right here of about 56 to 57, somewhere in that range. Right now, we pulled back a little bit. It got to 57.40, but if you bought it in the mid-55s, I said there was a stop around 54. Guess what? You got rewarded with a $2 move. I still think this thing's going to head to 60 sooner than later. Hopefully before earnings because I'd like to see it set up a nice little high-level base in here to run off of from earnings. So we'll see what happens with that one. SSYS, up a little bit again. It's had an unbelievable run right here from 89, 7 straight up days. It's getting a little tougher to trade up here, and we're sitting right near the all-time high of 113.48. But earnings coming up in 2 weeks or so in this one as well. This could be a very interesting story for this stock going forward. And remember, notice what I see right here, gang. 1, 2, 3, 4. A nice W should set up. If it does have great earnings, all of a sudden this stock's going to be in the 130s. So we've got to keep an eye on the 3D printer sector. Mike and I have talked about these solars relentlessly in our chat room. Let's talk about a few of those real quick. SCTY had that awesome move last Friday, and this week's done nothing but go straight up. Gave you 2 days of, whatever action, consolidating action that gave you a high-level bull flag, and it broke right out here And the next 2 days, we're sitting right around 60 now. I mean, this is an amazing move. We're up $5 on this stock. If you look at the 5-minute, you can see we broke out of the morning wedge to the downside, and then from that point on, we never touched lows, and we have gone straight up the entire day. If you draw your trend line, you're still in this trade. It really never broke the trend line. That's a bad draw by me there, but it never really broke the trend line. And right now, to be honest with you, on the 5-minute, it's flagging. It looks like it's heading to a close at 60. We'll see if it's pinned there for options X. FSLR up another 3.5 today. And again, this stock looks pretty good. You know, we filled the gap on the downside here. We filled this downside gap. We're back up in this range. Earnings coming up soon on this one. And if earnings are good, guess what? All of a sudden, we're back up to this area right here where we were back in July at about 52 to 55. And then previously, right here, this is the recent high, 59. So if we can get above that on earnings, maybe earnings will be really good. This stock has a nice move to 75 coming. So, and then some of the secondary solars we're watching. JKS, I mean, this thing isn't the most amazing stock I've seen in a while. In July, the stock was $8, and we're talking about 26.25 today. I mean, that's insanity. You know, you look at the chart right now. Gave me a nice up move all day. Now it's kind of just settling back in. Looks like it's going to pin itself around 26. The one thing I want to show you, JKS, there you go. Look at that, a nice little wedge right here that's showing me that it's still undecided which way to go, but the action is still the upside, and you can't fight the trend. There's no reason to fight the trend in these stocks. I mean, yes, you can pick off some shorts for 50, 60 cents at times, but the overall feeling on these stocks right now is that they're very bullish, and you don't want to get caught in front of a train, like I said, stepping in front of a bus and watching this stock just run away from you. Another stock, TSL. Again, here's your 5-minute on that. Not as pretty as the other ones. Got opened up at the high there, fell pretty hard to the lows, and then slowly went up right here. And it's just kind of hanging out. Still looks good, though, on the daily. Here's your daily on this one, and it looks like we can get above this 2-day high right here of about 1750. This stock's going to be off the 20, so got to keep that on the radar as well. Like I said, gang, I feel like I stepped into a time warp. These stocks are amazing. I have not seen stocks up $100 since 2000 when I first started. And again, you can't fight these trends. You got to go with the flow. And I'm hoping that this is the start of a beautiful earnings season. And you know, next week gets hot and heavy with some of the stocks that we all look at, and hopefully we'll get some of these rewards again. So with that, everybody, have a great weekend. I will talk to you all next week on the BTF.